How on earth did ancient Egyptians build the pyramids? These massive structures have puzzled us for centuries, but the answer is even more amazing than you might think. Let's uncover the secrets behind one of history's greatest engineering feats. First, why were they built? The pyramids were tombs for the pharaohs, Egypt's powerful kings. Egyptians believed that after death, the pharaoh's spirit would journey to the afterlife, and these giant monuments were designed to be their eternal home and a stairway to the heavens. The most famous pyramids, like the Great Pyramid of Giza, were constructed over 4,500 years ago during a period called the Old Kingdom. The Great Pyramid alone is made of over 2 million stone blocks, with each one weighing anywhere from 2 to 15 tons. That's like stacking thousands of elephants on top of each other. These massive limestone and granite blocks were cut from quarries, sometimes hundreds of miles away, and transported to the building site. Now, who did all this heavy lifting? For a long time, people believed it was slaves. But recent discoveries have completely changed our understanding. Evidence now shows that the pyramids were built by skilled Egyptian workers, not slaves. These were farmers who worked during the Nile's flood season when they couldn't farm, as well as dedicated craftsmen and builders. They were well respected and paid for their labor with food, beer, shelter, and medical care. Archaeologists have even found their villages and tombs near the pyramids. So what tools did they use? They didn't have modern cranes or machinery. Instead, they relied on ingenuity and simple but effective tools. Workers used copper chisels and saws to cut the stone. To move the colossal blocks, they placed them on wooden sledges. Here is a cool trick. They would pour water on the sand in front of the sledge to reduce friction, making it much easier to pull. It was a simple yet brilliant solution. But how did they get those heavy stones all the way to the top of a pyramid that's hundreds of feet tall? The key was ramps. Historians believe they used several types of ramps. Some think they used a long, straight ramp that got longer as the pyramid got taller. Others suggest a spiral ramp that wrapped around the pyramid like a corkscrew. Most likely, it was a combination of different ramp systems that allowed them to lift the stones higher and higher. This entire process required incredible teamwork and organization. The workforce, which could be tens of thousands strong, was divided into teams. Each team had a specific job. Some cut the stones, others transported them, and some were expert masons who placed them with incredible precision. And I mean incredible precision? The pyramids are almost perfectly aligned with the cardinal directions, north, south, east, and west. The Great Pyramid, for example, is off by just a tiny fraction of a degree. The Egyptians likely used the stars and the sun's shadows to achieve this amazing accuracy, showing their advanced knowledge of astronomy and mathematics. Finally, can you imagine what they looked like when they were first built? Today, we see the rough, tiered stone, but that's not the original look. The pyramids were originally covered in a layer of smooth, polished white limestone casing stones. When the sun hit this surface, they would have shone with a brilliant light, looking like giant, gleaming jewels in the desert. Sadly, most of these casing stones were removed over the centuries to be used in other building projects. So the pyramids weren't built by aliens or magic. They were built by organized, skilled, and dedicated human beings using clever techniques, simple tools, and a whole lot of teamwork. They stand today as a timeless monument to human ingenuity and the deep spiritual beliefs of the ancient Egyptians. What an incredible legacy! Thanks for watching. If you found this fascinating, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more amazing stories from history. See you next time.